Hi, this is Cheryl for Cut at Home. Today I want to show you how to make a fall leaf spray using a Holtz Alteration die called Autumn Gatherings. You can see style-wise there's a couple of different ways you can create this. This model is a little bit more sparse, fewer leaves and that sort of thing. And this one I just covered with lots of leaves because I like to pile them high. Let me show you the die itself. The die is sort of set out so you cut the branches at one end, the acorns and so forth, getting to the leaves at this end. So you have choices when you're cutting on how you want to do it. As a strip die, the easiest way is to cut a 2.5 inch wide piece of cardstock and run it through your machine and cut everything of each color. If you need less leaves and branches and that sort of thing and you want to target it a little bit more, you can just cut a smaller piece and lay it in one place wherever you want to place that on the die and get only those figures. And you can actually do that with several pieces of paper. Now let me show you the easiest way I found for assembling the spray that I did is to start out with a base piece. This is 1.5 inches wide, and it doesn't matter what color it is because we're going to cover it over with leaves. I'm going to start, first of all, once I get my leaves cut, I'm going to edge them as you've seen me do before in several other videos. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, please go back to the leaf wreath video. But you can edge them. I edged the lighter things with Morocco, the darker things with bamboo leaves, and then the wood things, the branches and such, with Toffee Crunch Memento ink. So I'm going to start out by adding a couple of branches on my foundation piece. And again, the foundation piece is just a tool to use. You don't have to cover it all. Make it a little shorter if you want a shorter spray. I'm going to add just a drop of glue at the end of the branch. I want these to move for me. So I'm going to start with 3 branches. And I'm going to pile up some leaves on top. And let me show you without gluing them because it'll be a little faster. All I'm doing is trying to get a base in here of leaves. Again, focusing mostly on the darker colors because they would be, everything at the bottom of the pile essentially is going to be darker to add more depth. And then we'll build up to the light colors as we add layers. So let me stop in that area. I would go back and fill in with some other leaves on top. And then at the very top, I would start with the smaller leaves and fill those edges in. And then of course I have the acorns piled on the top of mine. The acorns cut out this way where it's one solid color. I just cut the top off one and put it over the base of the other, and it works just fine to give you a two-toned acorn. Now let me show you on the back of this one. When I'm finished, I just sort of let all the glue dry first and foremost, then I trim the foundation piece to match the arrangement. I don't want any of this excess foundation paper showing through. My other step is going to be to add dimensional adhesive. And I've talked to you before about using low dimensional adhesive for these kinds of projects. Let me show you what I'm referring to. This is a normal dimensional and this is low dimensional. It's about half the width. It's going to give you a slight pop in your items, but not a large one. And I've just placed dimensional adhesive throughout this where it made sense to sort of pop leaves up. Again, you're waiting till everything is dry, popping it up where it makes sense and on the edges. And then when you go to put it on your finished piece, some of your edge leaves you'll want to pop up as well. So that's my fall leaf wreath for today. Thanks for watching.